Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about game 103 of the regular season, where the Astros win 3-2 in the 10th via a Yordan walk-off, and I'm wearing orange for like the 15th consecutive video. Look, I have a Bregman and a Yordan in orange. It's not my fault that those players continue to pop off game in and game out. And obviously Yordan's a large part of the storyline today, but for me the story really is going to be Jake Odorizzi, but we're going to talk about the two Astros runs before we get to there. Altuve steps to the plate in the first inning and gets hit by a pitch. And that's not wonderful. You don't love that. He shook it off and went down to first base. Now, is this potentially retaliation for accidentally hitting Julio Rodriguez? I don't know. I don't care. I think people who might want to be mad at George Kirby are putting it in the wrong place. I would put it, if anyone, on Scott Servais. You know, a manager and not the rookie player who's just trying to cling to the major leagues. Regardless, Altuve is hit by a pitch. Yuli singles because job security, man. It really is incredible. Altuve advances to third, and then a double steal for the Astros. Yuli gets second, and Altuve steals a run, quite literally, and it's 1-0 Houston. And then Kyle Tucker, who's had a bit of a down month of July, RBI single. Yuli comes around to score, and the Astros take a 2-0 lead out of the first inning. And whereas yesterday was a Mariners sandwich, and I talked about all the Astros runs in the middle being the meat, veggies, and so on and so forth, this was basically a peanut butter sandwich, because the Astros did supply the bread on either side, but there was only one thing in between. At least for the Mariners as far as runs. As for the Astros, what was in between was a absolute gem of a performance from Jake Odorizzi. Made 1,000 jokes about threatening job security and how it's worked. I mean, you can look at everyone, really. Urquidy, Yuli all of a sudden has been absolutely amazing in the second spot, and honestly, you might need to keep him there a little bit longer because he genuinely has looked amazing there. He had 3 hard hit balls today and a pair of base hits, including an RBI, or not an RBI, but a run scored. You might want to keep him there, but that's beside the point. Maldonado, like everyone who's been on the chopping block this year has turned it around. But an absolute darling performance from Jake Odorizzi. 7 shutout innings, pair of base hits, pair of walks, 8 strikeouts, only 4 hard hit balls, and 15 swings and misses. All of this, and by the way, what's most absurd about this to me is how he did it. He threw his fastball the majority of the time. I want to say over 60%. And the Mariners had no answer. Jake Odorizzi today would throw his fastball over 60% of the time, 62% to be exact. And what's weird about it, he had 9 swings and misses on it. And it's not that it's a blazing fast fastball that's cruising in at 98 or 99. It's going in at like 92, 93. And the Mariners just couldn't touch it. And that's not to discount his splitter, which he used very effectively today and got 5 swings and misses on that. Jake Odorizzi, genuinely, might be his best performance as an Astro. It was an absolutely incredible performance today for Jake Odorizzi. Now, sadly, whereas yesterday it was Ryan Pressly who, after a very long stretch of just incredible performances out of the pen, came in and kind of wet the bed. Today, it was sadly Ryan Stenek who would give up a 2-run game-tying home run in the 8th, which is not wonderful, but Pressly gets us out of the 9th, and Hector Neris, with an electric 10th inning, gives the Astros an opportunity in the bottom of the 10th to walk it off. Altuve is intentionally walked because, well, yeah, that just seems kind of obvious. He's the second best hitter in the lineup. Ironic. Yuli got incredibly unlucky with his lineout after the Altuve intentional walk. 100.5 off the bat. He had it at a great launch angle, a 680 expected batting average. For reference, that's funny when contextualized with the next batter. But Yuli, I mean, he hit the crap out of it. Mauricio Dubon was able to tag up to third, and then Yordan Alvarez comes in with a big opposite field hit to walk the game off. Ironically, Yordan's expected batting average on that walk-off, 180. Ball don't lie, I guess. But even with that, Yuli had a big day for the Astros. 2 hits, 3 hard hit balls, the big line out to move Mauricio Dubon onto third base to let Yordan walk it off. That was big. Altuve had a pair of base hits today, a walk, also got hit by a pitch, so he reached base 4 times today. He was fantastic. Yordan, obviously, with the big game winner in the 10th. Kyle Tucker with a base hit, granted only one of them today, but it turned out to be pretty darn important in the first inning. And then Jake Odorizzi, obviously, with an absolutely just fantastic game. Gem this afternoon. So the Astros finish off the Mariners series with a win. They finish off the season series with a win. And yeah, this is the last time we're going to see the Mariners, at least until October. That one's for you, Seattle. So we prepare for the next series, which will be the Boston Red Sox visiting us. We are going to send Luis Garcia to the mound in Game 1 tomorrow night. They're going to send Nathan Eovaldi. I am very excited to see what happens in that game. That is at 8:10 Eastern, 7:10 Central, and I will be here afterwards to talk about it. But that is all I have to say for the evening. So thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Astros.